This is Mr. Thomas from John P. Freeman coming to you with a lesson, a 6th grade lesson about how to describe the center of a list of numbers by its mean and by the median. The first one we're going to look at is the mean. When you have a group of numbers, another word for the mean is the average. Your report card grades are your averages. So your report card grades are your mean grades. So another name for the mean is the average, and you add up all of the numbers in the list, then you divide by the amount of numbers in the list to find the mean. And keep in mind, another word for the mean is the average. That's the word that we usually hear. The median. This is another way to describe the center of a list of numbers or a data set by the median. We're describing it by a center. So the median in a list of numbers ordered from least to greatest, the median is the middle number. A good way to remember that median means the middle number, because to me the word median, it kind of sounds like the word medium, like a medium t-shirt. A medium is in the middle of a small and a large t-shirt. So that's kind of a good way to help you kind of remember what the median means. Median means the middle. All right, let's look at some examples. So on our first example in this list of numbers that I'm about to write on the board, this list of numbers is going to describe the number of jumping jacks in 1 minute. All right. So the number of jumping jacks in 1 minute. Right. The numbers are, let's take 42, 35, 45, 37, and 41. All right. With this list of numbers, the first thing we want to do is let's find the mean for this list of numbers. All right. So when I find the mean, so in other words, the average for these numbers, that's going to give me an indication of the center of the numbers that are in the center. That represents the center of these numbers. All right. So first, let's add them up. Now, you can use a calculator on this, but if your parents are one of those old school parents and give you that lecture about how they didn't use calculators when they were in school, then don't use a calculator. All right, do what your parents say. So we are looking for the mean, and then we'll find the median. So the first thing we want to do is add up all the numbers. So when we add up all of the numbers, we get a total of 200. After we add the numbers, we are going to divide this total, 200, divide that by the total amount of numbers that were in the list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So if we calculate 200 divided by 5, that gives us 40. So the mean, or another word for the average for this list of numbers would be 40. This 40 describes the center of the numbers. Another way we can describe the center of these numbers is by looking at the median. Let's find the median. So for the median, we did say that the median was the middle number, but there's a stipulation. You have to put the numbers in order from least to greatest first. If you don't put the numbers in order from least to greatest, you will not get the correct number in the middle. Right? Because if we look at it right now, we'll think that, okay, 45 is in the middle, so 45 is the median. But it's not. We have to put them in order from least to greatest first. So let's do that. So the smallest number is 35. And then we'll have 37, and 41, and 42, and 45. So now I need the middle number for this group of numbers. I can easily look at it and say, okay, this 41, it looks like that might be in the middle. All right, so to make sure that you pick the correct middle number, since I'm saying 41 is the middle number, I should have the same amount of numbers to the left of that 41 and the same amount of numbers to the right of that 41. So I have 1, 2 numbers to the left and 1, 2 numbers to the right. That means I picked the correct middle number. So the median for this list of numbers is 41. Usually, the mean and the median, usually they are pretty close together in most cases, but not all cases. Let's look at another example. In this example, we're going to look at the number of words typed in 1 minute. So number of words typed in 1 minute. And those numbers are 53, 46, 32, 38, 40, and 28. First, let's find the mean. Then we'll find the median next. So when I calculate the mean, the numbers do not necessarily have to be a number in order from least to greatest when I calculate the mean. So keep in mind, another name for the mean is the average. All I have to do is add up all of the numbers, get a total, and then divide by the total amount of numbers that I added up. All right, so let's add up the numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. If I add up those 6 numbers, I will come up with a total of 237. All right, so 237 is my total when I add them up. Now I need to divide by the total amount of numbers I just added, and we just counted 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm going to do 237 divided by 6, and that gives me an average of 39.5. So the average number of words typed in 1 minute for this list of numbers is 39.5. Now let's find the median. Now keep in mind, in order to find the median, we need to put the numbers in order from least to greatest first. All right, so let's put those numbers in order from least to greatest. So in order from least to greatest, the numbers would be 28, and then 32, and then 38, 40, 46, and 53. Let's make sure we have all the numbers represented. So in my original list, I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 numbers. So when I put them in order from least to greatest, I should have 6 numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. All right. So keep in mind the median is the middle number after you put them in order from least to greatest. So if I look at it, there's really not one number that I could pick out that would be the middle. I can't say it's 38, because if I say it's 38, then if I want to make sure that this is the middle number, I should have the same amount of numbers to the left and to the right of 38. So I have 1, 2 numbers to the left of 38, but I have 1, 2, 3 numbers to the right of 38. So 38 can't be my middle number. What if I said 40 was my middle number? I would have 1, 2, 3 numbers to the left of the 40, but 1, 2 numbers to the right of the 40. So I can't pick any one of these numbers that's listed to be my middle number. But I know that half of 6 is 3. So if I do 3 on one side and 3 on the other side, that would give me my middle number. So let's split it right here. Now I have 3 to the left of that line and 3 to the right. So in order to find my median, in this case, I need to find out what number goes where this line is. Right? In order to find that, I need to add up the 2 numbers where I split them. I need to add up the 2 numbers and divide by 2. Just by looking at these numbers, we automatically know that 39 comes in between 38 and 40. All right, but let's do it where we add up the two numbers and then divide by 2, and then let's see if we get 39. So we're going to add these two numbers, then divide by 2 to get my median. So if I add up 38 and 40, I get 78. So it'll be 78 divided by 2, and that gives me 39, my median. Okay. So let's think about it. In the first example, I had an odd amount of numbers. When I had an odd amount of numbers, there was only one number in the middle, and I could pick that out and say, okay, that's my median. But when I have an even amount of numbers, I cannot pick just one number in the middle. I have to split the numbers with the line where I have the same amount of numbers to the left of the line, same amount of numbers to the right of the line. And then where I split the numbers, I need to add those two numbers where the split is, add them up and divide by 2. Okay. Let's look at another example.